questions? I-share ako. Hopefully kaya pa. If may tanong kayo, sabihin nyo lang. So, let's go over yung variances. No? Ito yung pinamis ko sa inyo na magpa-practice tayo. If we still have time, mukhang malabo no, pero kung may oras pa tayo, pag-usapan din natin yung mga MCQs on yung other aspects of performance management. So game ba tayo? Alright, game. Love the energy. Tara, sige. So number 1, which of the following variances plus the flexible budget equals the total static budget variance? So ano sinabi natin dati? Kapag yung actual kinumpare mo sa flexible, you get the flexible budget variance. Kapag yung actual kinumpare mo sa static, you get your static budget variance. Pag ang flexible kinumpare mo sa static budget, ayan, ano yung makukuha mo na pag in-add mo yun sa flexible budget variance, mag-equal rin siya sa total static budget variance. Sagot lang kayo sa chat kung gusto nyo, okay, mahiya. Alright, so what do you think? Letters lang naman, no? Ayan, letter D, tama. So this is the sales volume variance, okay? Remember, flexible budget versus the static budget. Ayan, this will give you the sales volume variance. So number 2, which of the following results from substituting one direct material for another? Ibig sabihin, meron kang multiple inputs for direct materials. Tapos pag pinalit mo, diba, may mag-iiba. Makakaroon ka ng variance. Anong type of variance yun? This is letter 3, 2, 1. This is letter D. Kasi meron kang ibang input na sinubstitute sa direct material mo. So magkakaroon ka ng variance when it comes to the ratio and proportion. Yung mix variance mo. Alright? Alright. So dito naman tayo sa number 3. Alright, tama. Letter D, no? Yung kanina. Ito. Number 3. The variable overhead is applied on the basis of direct labor hours. If for a given period, the direct labor efficiency variance is unfavorable, the variable overhead efficiency variance will be. So again, direct labor efficiency, unfavorable. Variable overhead is based on direct labor hours. So kung may unfavorable direct labor efficiency variance ka, ano mangyayari sa overhead efficiency variance mo? Ano? Tama. Letter A. It will be unfavorable kasi same basis sila. Ibig sabihin nito, sumobra ka sa direct labor hours mo. So kung yun yung basis ng variable overhead mo, unfavorable rin si variable overhead efficiency variance. Alright, sige. Dito naman tayo sa anong number na natin? Oops. Ayan, number 4. So Arkenco's controller has prepared a flexible budget for the year just ended. So adjusting the original static budget for unexpected large increase in the volume of sales, Arken's cost is mostly variable. Diba? So anong tanong dito? How do you save time when it comes to the CMA exam? Tignan mo muna yung tanong para masigurado mo. Lahat ng pinabasa mo, nakafocus siya para ma-solve yung hinihingi sa'yo. So ang tanong dito is, if actual revenues and actual costs are compared with amounts shown on the original static budget, what variances would arise? So, actual revenues and costs, i-compare na sa static budget. Ano mangyayari dito? Magkakaroon ka ng total static budget variance, diba? When you compare revenues and costs, may difference siya because of sales volume. Plus, yung differences rin in rate. Ano yung scenario? Ayan. So, yung controller daw, he is pleased to note that both actual revenues and actual costs approximated amounts on the flexible budget. Guys, parehas ang flexible budget amount sa actual results. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Parehas yung rate. Diba? Ang magkakaroon lang ng variance is, diba, volume. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, out of the choices, ano yung variance na mag-a-arise? Letter C, diba? Nagkaroon ka ng unexpected increase in volume of sales. So, ibig sabihin nun, your sales volume is higher than originally planned doon sa static budget. Ang ibig sabihin rin neto, ang ibig sabihin yan is yung revenue mo will be higher than originally planned, pero yung costs mo rin mas mataas. So, since yung revenue mo mas mataas, favorable yan. Cost mo mas mataas rin, unfavorable naman siya. Letter C. Very good. Number 5, the difference between the actual amounts and the flexible budget amounts for the actual output achieved. Actual amounts and the flexible budget amounts for the actual output achieved. Sige, anong sagot natin dito? This is letter. Ayan. Ang kinopare mo lang naman kasi is actual versus flexible budget. So it's letter D. Tama. Flexible budget variance. So number 6, guys, kung masyado ako mabilis, sabihin nyo rin na. Kung may question rin na gusto nyo balikan ko, sabihin nyo rin. So ang tanong dito sa number 6, what is the appropriate standard for XZ26 for next year? Diba? Ang scenario is, nagde-develop si Jura Corporation ng standards. Yung product niya, ay yung material components niya, binibili siya at 36.45 per unit. Ang expectation is tataas siya by 10% next year. So yung price could range from 38.75 to 44.18 depending on the quantity purchased. Diba? So, paano ka magsiset ng standards sa ganitong scenario? Diba? Magbabago siya next year. So, dito pumapasok yung usapan natin last time na are you gonna use yung historical? Will you use activity analysis? Will you set, will you adjust for changes? Diba? So, tingnan mo, ang sinasabi kasi dito, tinatanong sa'yo kung paano isiset. Baka ang mistake mo, magsiset ka dapat ng 10% kasi mag-increase ng 10%. Diba? Pero your actions and your standards have to be aligned with your strategy. And sinong gagawa nun? Sinong gagawa ng strategy for you? Diba? Si top level management or let's just say appropriate level of company management. Pero alam niya ba lahat ng nangyayari? Hindi. Diba? Sinong may alam ng mga bagay-bagay when it comes to purchasing? Si purchasing manager. So mag-usap muna sila. Okay, the answer for number 6 is letter C. They have to talk amongst themselves. Saka sila magde-decide kung mag-plus 10% increase pa sila. Diba? Malay natin, they can change suppliers. Diba? They can source for different suppliers or use a substitute material. Hindi mo naisip yun, diba? Pero sila, kailangan nila pag-usapan yan. Trabaho nila pag-usapan yan. So, magre-rely tayo doon. Now, number 7. Which of the following is the most likely cause of the variances? So, anong variances ba yan? A company has a fixed overhead spending variance of 5, favorable, and a fixed overhead production volume variance of 80,000, unfavorable. Ano ang sagot natin dito? This is letter. Anong cause ng variances natin? Diba? This is letter B. Okay. So yung spending variance, hindi mo kasi alam kung paano yun isolated. Basically, they spent less than they expected to spend. May kinalaman ba ang worker skill level? This is more suited to direct materials labor rate. Direct materials labor rate. Direct labor rate or efficiency variance. Diba? Pero letter B, ayan, this definitely will explain yung volume variance natin. Sabi niya kasi unfavorable eh. This means that we produced less than we expected to produce. Kaya ayan, we made fewer units in the period than expected. Letter B. Ayun, budget procedure missed or failed to predict changes in fixed costs? Hindi naman. Kasi ano yung pinaka-material na variance dito? See? Volume variance. Wala naman yung kinalaman sa mismong fixed cost. Diba? Tapos letter D, inadequate control was exercised over departmental spending. Hindi. Mali yan. Diba? Kasi tignan mo, favorable nga yung spending niya. Spent less than expected. So hindi pwede si letter D. Our best answer is really letter B. Sige. Martin Company has a cost-benefit policy to investigate any variance that is greater than 1,000 or 10% of budget, whichever is larger. So eto na, we are putting into action yung management by exception. So, the company should investigate what? Tignan mo yung scenario I-investigate niya lang yung greater than 1,000 or 10% of budget kung ano man yung mas malaki doon. So, raw materials, meron siyang actual na 89. Direct labor, meron siyang actual na 54. Kung titignan mo, magkano yung variance sa raw materials? This is 100 minus 89. Magkano siya? That's 11,000. Diba? Ano mas malaki? 1,000 or 10% ng 100,000? It's 10% of 100,000. That's 10,000. Yung na-compute mong variance, lagay ko sa chat ha, ang variance mo for number 8, ayan, for 8, ayan. Variance mo is 11,000 sa raw materials. Tapos, ang threshold mo is 10,000. Papatulan mo hindi? Papatulan mo. Kasi 11,000 yun mas malaki siya sa threshold. Pero yung direct labor, 4,000 yung variance niya. Magkano yung 10% of budget? This is 5,000. Papatulan mo hindi? Sagot hindi. So ang sagot dito, papatulan niya lang yung material variance. This is letter D. Alright? Alright. So number 9. Okay, sige. Ang tanong dito, what is the standard cost for a unit? If the process should consume 8 pounds of direct material at 1.5 per pound, so meron siyang actual data rin dito. Papansinin mo ba siya to get your standard cost? Hindi. Diba? Focus ka dito sa should. So if you need to consume 8 pounds of direct materials at 1.5, pabilisin natin 8 times 1.5, guys, memory plus. Tapos, should use 0.5 direct labor hours or half a direct labor hour at 10 per hour. So 10 times 0.5, memory plus. And uses a factory overhead rate of $20 per direct labor hour in factory overhead. So factory overhead rate, okay, 20 per direct labor hour. Ilang direct labor hour yung gagamitin natin? This is 0.5, diba? So 0.5 times 20, i-add mo dun sa nakuha mo kanina. Or i-memory plus mo na rin diretso. Anong sagot natin dito sa number 9? The standard cost should be what? This amounts to? Ano? Sige. This is letter D. Diba? 27 per unit. I-memory recall mo lang yun na add mo. So again, this is 8 times 1.5 for direct materials. This is 0.5 times 10 for direct labor. Tapos for factory overhead, this is 20 times 0.5 rin. So you'll get 27. Alright? Alright. Number 10. If 0.7 manufacturing labor hours of input are allowed for producing one output unit, and labor hours cost $27. Ano yung standard cost of labor? It's simply the rate times the quantity. Diba? So 27 times 0.7, this will give you what? This is 18.9, letter A. Goods? Alright. Number 11. Alam ko sabaw na kayo, pero like, bear with me. Alright? At least ma-practice natin yung last time. So, alright. Franklin Products has an estimated practical capacity of 90,000 machine hours, as each unit requires 2 machine hours. Ano ba yung tanong sa atin? The production volume variance is most likely to have been caused by. Alright. So, meron na siyang binigay na data sa'yo. Ito yung actual variable overhead, actual fixed overhead. May nakita ka dito. Actual finished units produced. Meron ka rin budgeted variable overhead at 90,000 machine hours. Alright. Ano yung possible causes niya? Anong nangyari dito? Meron siyang volume variance. Ano yung amount ng volume variance niya? So kung titignan mo kasi, meron kang 90,000 machine hours. Diba? Kung 90,000 ang machine hours mo, ayan. Tapos, each unit requires 2 machine hours. Diba? Ay, ibig sabihin nito, 90,000 divided by 2. You need to produce 45,000 units. Diba? 90,000 machine hours, tapos each unit 2 machine hours. That's a total of 45,000 machine hours. So do we need to solve for yung mismong volume variance? Hindi naman. Tignan mo lang, 45,000 ang kailangan mo i-produce. Ilan yung actual units na na-produce mo? 42. Diba? Eh kung 42 units yung na-produce mo, anong ibig sabihin mo? Compared sa 45. Ibig sabihin, meron kang unfavorable volume variance because you produced less. So, ang mangyayari dito, di ba, meron kang worth 3,000 units na volume variance. Unfavorable siya. You produced less than expected. What could have caused the decrease in production? So, temporary employment of workers with lower skill levels, hindi naman siya exactly. This could be more with unfavorable direct labor efficiency variance. Letter A, diba? A wage hike granted to a production supervisor. Binawasan mo yung sweldo ng production supervisor. Will this decrease sales agad or production? It might. Diba? Baka mawalan ng gana si production supervisor, i-halt niya rin yung production, pero don't think that far. This could be more with yung fixed spending variance. Diba? Pero tignan mo to. Acceptance of an unexpected order. Pwede ba yan? Ang sagot hindi. Pero it will affect the volume variance. Kapag tumanggap ka ng unexpected sales order, tataas yung sales volume mo. Diba? Pero ano yung volume variance natin? Favorable or unfavorable? It's unfavorable. We produced less. So hindi pwedeng hindi. It is letter C. Diba? A newly imposed initiative to reduce finished goods inventory level. We need to reduce finished goods, ending inventory. Anong gagawin natin para mabawasan yung ending inventory? We need to produce less. Diba? Ayun. So, kaya tayo nagkaroon ng unfavorable volume variance. Number 11 is letter C. Number 12, which one of the following will allow a better use of standard cost and variance analysis to help improve managerial decision-making? Sige, ano sagot natin dito? This is letter, will allow for better use of standard cost and variance analysis. Diba? Ano ba yung use ng variance analysis? You want to make better decisions by asking more intelligent questions. So, ang sagot dito is letter B. You have to revise standards, especially to reflect learning curves. Kasi, kunwari, nagbigay ka ng standard for direct labor. Yung hours niya, di ba, constant? Isipin mo. Pero, ang concept ng learning curve is, the more that you do something, the less time it will take you in the future. So, paano yun? Kung 5 years na yung tao mo sa'yo, will you use the same standards as if nung first year nila with you, nung new hire sila? Hindi. Diba? So, kailangan mo i-adjust yun para mas maging or mas mag-reflect sa kung ano nang natutunan nila. Diba? Bakit mali yung A? Prior year's average actual cost. Kasi kasama dyan sa actual cost of last year, yung inefficiencies mo. Diba? Yun yung sabi natin na disadvantage kapag gumagamit ka ng historical standards. Diba? Letter C, company does not differentiate between variable and fixed overhead in calculating overhead variances. Nako, you won't be able to ask more intelligent questions kung masyadong high level yung tingin mo. Letter D, company investigates only negative variances. Hindi, mali yan. Kasi, paano ang positive variance yan? You need to see kung malay mo, nagkaroon ka ng isang way of working, di ba? Isang way of working yung tao mo na pwede mo palang i-expand, di ba? You have to study why you won and you have to study why you lost as well, di ba? So you have to investigate both positive or negative variances, okay? Ayan. Number 13, the following information is from the accounting records of St. Charles Enterprises. So sabi niya, which one of the following is the best evaluation of this preliminary conclusion? Ano ba yung conclusion niya? Yung staff assistant, nag-compare siya ng budget and actual data, tapos meron daw unfavorable operating income variance of 65,750. So out of the choices, ano yung sagot natin? Ano ba yung, let's run through this together. Meron kang, ayan, static budget kinumpare niya sa actual. So, kung kukunin mo yung income nilang dalawa, we have 15 minus 9.25 for the actual. Contribution margin mo is 5.75 sa actual. Times 75,000 minus 285. You'll get 146,250. Yun yung income mo sa actual. Pero magkano yung binudget mo? 15 minus 9, 6 lang ang contribution margin mo sa estimated. Sa budget mo. Di ba? Tapos, i-multiply mo yan ng 82,000. Minus yung 280,000. Ang kinita mo sana is 212,000 kung nasunod yung static budget. Ilas mo yung 146,250. Tama si staff assistant, you do have an operating income variance of 65,750. But, tanong ko sa'yo, sige, paano mo yan ma-improve? Sige nga, sagutin mo ako. Paano mo ma-improve yan? Diba? Ang sagot, hindi mo alam. Kasi, yung analysis mo is very high level, static versus actual yan. Is it the rate? Hindi ba tayo efficient sa quantity nung tinignan natin yung cost natin? Diba? So, the conclusion is correct. There is an unfavorable operating income variance, but it could be more informative. Alright? Sige. So, oh my God, 9:59 na. Sige. Promise ko sa inyo, meron tayong example dito. Saan na ba yan? May mixed variance dito hanapin ko. Yun lang, practice lang natin para makita nyo rin yung sa mix and yield. Alright? Tapos, paano ba yun, sir? Hindi na tayo mag-extend, no? Usually ba nag-extend kayo kapag ganitong oras na? Or cut off na ng 10 talaga?
Sir, pwede naman mag-extend kung medyo kaya pa ng powers mo. Pero kung okay naman din na hindi na, kasi may answer key naman tayo dun sa mga MCQs.
Alright, sige. Daanan lang po natin yung sinabi ng mga students dati na nahirapan sila sa mix and yield, no? Mag-example lang tayo, tapos kapag may question kayo, you can ask us naman if you want to ask me specifically, again, you can reach me through my email, francopawili@gmail.com. Ayun, kayo may magtanong. Kung sa Facebook kayo comfortable, hanapin niyo lang ako doon. Basta i-message niyo ako na dito pala kayo nagre-review. No? Hindi kasi ako nag-accept ng basta-basta. So, saan na yun? Sorry. Bigla ako nawala. Meron tayo. Ayan, sige, ito. What is the mix variance? So, number 15. A paint manufacturing plant has two white pigments that are substitutable for the same product. So, natural pigments cost $3 per gallon. Ang artificial naman, $1 per gallon. So, ang standard daw is 60% natural, 40% synthetic. Pero anong analysis mo muna dito? If possible sana and hindi maapektuhan ng quality, gusto mo nga as much as possible doon ka sa mas murang input, di ba? Pero again, it doesn't work that way. For this case, probably kailangan mo ng natural pigment tapos ang support mo is yung artificial pigment para ma-reach mo yung quality. Pero hindi pwedeng bawasan mo yung natural pigment. Ano nangyari dito? Yung actual ratio used was 50% of each. Diba? So the actual total quantity of both ingredients was about 30,000 gallons. Sige. Okay, pwede palang mag-annotate dito sa Sige, eto gagawin natin ha. Ang natural pigment mo, tapos meron kang artificial pigment, ang cost niyan is 3 per gallon. Standard, no? Now, ano yung actual quantity mo? 30,000. Yung standard mo, nandito naman na 32. Nandito rin yung 30,000. Ba't ko sinulat kasi, kailangan natin makuha yung weighted average, diba, at actual mix. Yung standard price niya at yung actual mix when it comes to etong 30,000. Paano naman kung yung standard mix, tapos i-compare natin dun sa budgeted talaga na mix. Okay? So you have yung first mo, weighted average, standard price, at actual mix. Standard mix naman, yung susunod. Tapos yung as in budgeted amount na lang, sabihin natin. Budgeted amount. So, paano natin makukuha yung first? 30,000, ano yung actual mix niya? 50-50, diba? So, this is 15,000 each. 15,000, saan mo i-multiply? Wag actual cost ha, pag kumukuha ka ng mix or yield variance. We're comparing quantities pa rin, okay? It's just yung isa ratio and proportion, yung isa, as in yung mismong quantity ng input. So, tingnan mo, for the mix variance, 15,000 times 3 for the natural pigment. Magkano yun? 15 times 3, you get 45. Memory plus mo. Tapos, 15 times 1, o sige, calculator pa natin, memory plus mo rin. Ano yung weighted average standard price at actual mix? This is 60,000. Ganun lang siya. At standard mix, paano naman? Gamitin mo yung sa budgeted. So, 60% natural, 40% synthetic. Magkano to? Kung standard mix ano siya, ito actual mix eh. Ang standard mix mo, ang natural and artificial mo. Yung natural mo, 30,000 times 60%, you have 18,000. Tapos, ang matitira nun, that's 12,000, diba? Pero hindi ako sigurado sa sarili ko, kakaki ko pa rin, that's 12,000. I-multiply mo rin to ng, ayan, 3 per gallon and then 1 per gallon. So, 18,000 times 3, memory plus mo yan, this will give you 54. Tapos, 12,000 times 1, ang weighted average standard price at standard mix is 66,000. Ito lang naman hinihingi sa atin eh. Kung sinundan mo sana, yung standard, 66 sana ang gagastusin mo. Pero dahil iniba mo, di ba nag-focus ka sa mas mura, anong nangyari? Nabawasan yung cost mo. So, you have 6,000, di ba? 66 minus 60,000. Or baliktad pala. Dapat actual minus standard, 60 minus 66,000, meron kang 6,000 favorable. Ipasok na rin natin dito yung yield variance. So, paano mo makukuha yung yield variance? Kunin mo yung standard mix at 32 gallons, yung budgeted amount. So, 32 times 60%, this will give you 19,200 na natural pigment. Ang artificial pigment mo naman, 32 times 40%, this is 12,800. So, same process lang ha. I-multiply mo lang by the standard cost of each. So, 19,200 times 3, 12,800 times 1. So, 19,200 times 3 plus 12,800. Ang makukuha mo dito is 70,400. Ayan. So, eto naman, kung i-compare mo yan, 70,400 minus 66,000, this will give you yung yield variance. So, 4,480 ang yield variance natin for this question. Okay? Ano yung total quantity variance niya? It's as simple as, and eto, this is favorable. Bakit? Kasi kung sinunod mo yung standard, 70,000 sana gagastusin mo. Pero 66 lang actually yung nagastos mo. Now, anong gagawin mo dito? I-add mo lang sila. Kung anong lumabas, yun yung magiging total quantity variance mo. Alright? Pero correct ba? Like, yung ginawa natin buong example, at least na-illustrate ko lang kung paano i-solve. Okay? Pero, ayan. Etong budgeted total quantity, this could be for the static budget capacity kasi. You have to make sure that it's for the flexible budget para magiging totoo tong figures natin. Okay? Importantly, nakuha niyo yung process. So, yun lang naman. Isa-stop ko na siya dito ha. Again, if you have any questions, nandyan yung Gmail ko. You can also reach me through Messenger. Basta mag-message kayo beforehand. So, yun lang naman. May question pa ba?
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Okay. I hope marami po kayong natutunan sa session natin. Not just for the exam, no? But something to equip you as professionals rin. So, ayun. If there are no questions, or kung meron man, habol nyo na lang sa email. No? Pero kung wala ng questions, thank you very much for your time. Podcast.
Agree, sir. Yung voice niyo. Pwede pa yung papatulog. Ano tawag doon?
Pampatulog sana, hindi kayo natulog.
Hindi, I mean yung voice na, ano, sir. May tawag na ganun.
Nakaka-relax ba?
Oo, ganun, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Sige,
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you rin po, sir. I had fun teaching dito. So, ayun, thank you. Hopefully, we see each other again next time as kapwa CMA na. Alright.
Sige po. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Night,
Bye-bye.
night.